As a Windows user and PC gamer my whole life, I never expected to say this. I actually love my MacBook Air. Yeah, I don't hate it, even though it's expensive. But every time I use it, I feel like something is missing, and it happens constantly. On a PC, that's not a problem. You just open it up and add whatever you need. If you need more RAM, more storage, everything is easy. But MacBooks don't work like that. And ironically, for a premium device, you don't really have that freedom. Sure, you can open it, but you'll probably lose your warranty. And even if you open it, modern Macs don't let you upgrade RAM or SSD anyway. So I started wondering, is it possible to upgrade my MacBook Air without opening it? And what would I actually need? Today, I'm gonna push this thing to its limits and see what I can actually do with it. And a spoiler alert, the result surprised me the most. Let's do it. Alright, the first upgrade I wanted to start with is storage. My Mac has only 512GB, which honestly isn't enough. And the price of the 1TB version in the Apple Store is way too expensive, so I wouldn't overpay for that. At this point, Apple's solution is clear. Just use an iCloud. But I would say that's not really a practical solution. First of all, it's a subscription which we hate mostly, and you can't download apps or programs on that space. It's mostly for files like the photos from the vacation or traveling. That's why I said this. I want to add storage manually, like in a computer. And you might ask, how? You said you wouldn't open the Mac. Yeah, I'm not gonna violate this rule, don't worry. And that's not an external SSD either. To be honest, that's actually a better solution that I found. I'm going to add this 512GB NVMe SSD to my Mac without opening it at all. But you might ask again, how? Well, thanks to this enclosure called ZikeDrive Z666 USB 4. And my sponsor ZikeTech sent me this device for exactly this purpose. To be clear, what this device does is pretty simple. It just lets you use an internal NVMe SSD that you use for your computer externally without upgrading your Mac. Especially with something like a MacBook Air or even Pro, because you can't open the lid on that. And according to ZikeTech, this enclosure is ultra fast. It can reach speeds up to 3.8 GB per second, which is already considered pretty fast nowadays, you know? Some SATA SSDs can't even reach that speed. I would say for sure that you can edit videos directly on it, store files and photos, and even download apps, games, boot operating system. Damn, I should try that one on another PC or laptop. And the thing is, it works with any Type-C device. So technically, I can use my files on the SSD directly on my iPhone, iPad, TV, and many other devices that has Type-C port. So that means I can use this device both in the Windows and the Mac OS. And it replaces Thunderbolt 5. But if you want to buy this like me, just keep in mind, the ZikeDrive Z666 USB 4 is not an SSD. It's only the enclosure. After buying this, you still need to buy an M2 SSD. In my case, this means more storage beyond 512GB that I have in my Mac. And if I connect this to my Mac, I have 1TB SSD in total. And according to Blackmagic disk speed test, I'm getting is around 1GB per second. That's not the enclosure's limit, it's just a SSD speed, to be honest, because my SSD isn't the fastest. I bought it myself just for reference. The company didn't send that part. So if you want to try the ZikeDrive Z666 USB 4 enclosure yourself, the link is under the video. Use the code AZ620 to get 20% off if you order from the official store, and this code on the screen to get 15% off if you order from the Amazon. The second improvement to my Mac is directly related to what I hate most. As you probably know, the MacBook Air only has 3 usable ports, which is 2 Type-C ports and 1 mini jack. And nobody even uses mini jack anymore, except for connecting headphones. Even then, everyone already has wireless headphones, and even the old wired iPhone headphones connect via the Type-C port. But when I need to connect a mouse or external SSD or maybe a microphone at the same time, I simply don't have enough choice to connect them. So I just need to replace them from time to time, which is not really convenient at all. But the thing is, I came up with the idea of buying a device called the Ugreen Uno USB-C hub. Don't worry, this part is not sponsored. I bought it myself, and honestly, it's been a huge help, not gonna lie. Let me explain. This device from a single Type-C port that MacBook offers gives me 3 more Type-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and 1 HDMI output for monitor. That is huge difference compared to 2 Type-Cs. Now, thanks to this device, I can connect my wireless mouse through USB-A, plug in my 1TB external SSD, and also connect the 512GB ZikeDrive enclosure that I told you before. That gives me not only 512GB internal space on the MacBook, but also 2TB of fast storage in total. And I still have port left for my microphone. Not only that, if the MacBook screen feels small for editing, I just can connect my OLED 4K monitor through HDMI port and editing becomes much easier with the big screen. And even then, I still have a USB-A port for my keyboard. That is crazy. Now, if I connect my keyboard, instead of just small laptop for studying and browsing, I basically turned it into a full desk setup for editing and programming. Of course, hardware inside the MacBook has still limits, but overall, this feels like a proper productivity setup. And you don't believe me, I paid only $25 for this upgrade. And I also should mention, this hub has a funny detail, a small smiling face on it. When I researched about it, according to Ugreen's website, there is a tons of Uno devices that has this design. When you plug devices in, the face becomes visible and it is kinda cute. But of course, the thing that I don't like about this USB hub is there's no Ethernet port, which means no wired internet for your desk. And personally, I don't really like Wi-Fi. For my entire life, when I'm using my PC before the MacBook, I used to use only wired internet because it's faster and you can squeeze out every piece of internet from your router. It also uses HDMI instead of DisplayPort, so I had to buy an HDMI cable because my monitors previously used DisplayPort. And another thing that I don't like is build quality isn't premium, it's just a plastic and lightweight. If you try charging through the hub, it has power limits, so it can just slow down your power speed. That's why it's better to plug the charger directly into the Mac for faster charging, or just use MagSafe. Now, what we get from this upgrade. First of all, it's more ports, including USB-A, Type-C and everything. And on top of that, monitor support, which basically means we turned MacBook Air into the full desk. Not to mention that it's not even the MacBook Pro. After that, the third upgrade is more about improving something that's already good compared to the previous two. You've probably seen that MacBooks are known for having some of the best battery life on the market, and specifically MacBook Air doesn't even have fans, which makes it last up to 18 hours. So battery life for MacBook isn't really a problem like in gaming laptops, for example. But if you travel a lot, go somewhere without electricity, camping for example, and if you just don't want to think about charging out there, extra battery can still be useful. Personally, for me, 18 hours is already enough, but I still decided to upgrade this part. So proper people could see and then take useful device out of this. And the useful device is Ugreen Nexo power bank. And also, again, this is not sponsored. I paid it for myself. Now, if you're traveling or camping or you just don't have access to electricity, as probably happens in villages, this power bank becomes very useful. It has 25,000 milliamp hour capacity, which means it can charge about 5 iPhones or 2 MacBook Airs. You can also bring it on an airplane in your carry-on luggage without any issues, because according to rules of the aviation, on the airplane you can carry up to 27,000 milliamp hour capacity power bank. And this power bank actually meets this law, so you won't have a problem with traveling. I paid around $60 for this device, and honestly, for that price, the quality is solid. It also supports 145 watts fast charging, so it charges my Mac pretty quickly, I would say. And this small screen actually shows the battery percentage. Alongside with that, since it uses Type-C, you can charge almost anything. Your MacBook, AirPods, smartwatch, basically any modern device. The only downside is that it has just one main charging port. So if I want to charge multiple devices at once, I have to wait. Now, thanks to this device, I can plug it into my Mac and basically double the battery life. If originally Mac lasts 18 hours, I get another plus 18 to 25 hours from the power bank. So technically, I can use my Mac for almost 3 days without worrying about charging. Okay, now the next upgrade isn't about performance or hardware, it's more like a protection. The MacBook itself is a beautiful, sleek, modern, how to say, but it's also slippery. It can easily slide out of your hand and can get damaged easily, can get scratched easily, and once you scratch it, it ruins the whole look. So I just went with something simple, a sleeve. To be honest, this thing helped me a lot, not gonna lie. This is small, lightweight, and pretty practical. It's not a hard shell case, which is pretty bulky and expensive at the same time. And also, good thing about this sleeve is that it gives me peace of mind and don't have to worry about scratches at all. That's the important thing, as I mentioned earlier. Because if the laptop breaks because of a fall, then it's completely done. You'll not use that MacBook anymore. But if your MacBook just gets scratched while still working, that's psychologically worse, not gonna lie. Because you have to look at it every time you work. To be honest, I'm not doing anything here. I'm just, sitting with the MacBook just for making a footage for you. And worst of all, when you try to sell it, it will affect the final price. People will intentionally trade for this one. So I bought it, now I'm chill. But the big downside of this sleeve is that it doesn't have space for other things like a mouse, power bank, dock station, or cables. That's why it might be a bit inconvenient to carry everything together. But if you have a proper backpack, then it's not a big deal. But let's talk about how much I spent for this upgrade entirely, and what kind of advantages I got in total. The first things first is Enclosure, the ZikeDrive Z606 USB 4 Enclosure. This was sent to me by the brand, but the real price is approximately $120. If I had bought it myself, that's what I would have paid. I also bought a 512GB SSD from the brand Patriot for $86. And the next item is the Ugreen USB-C hub for about $25. The Ugreen Nexode power bank was $54. And the sleeve was approximately $15 to $20. I bought it a long time ago, so I don't remember the exact price. So in total, this upgrade cost me around $300 to $305. I don't know if that was worth it. But for that price, I basically got more storage space without even opening the lid. And I also have the option to upgrade in the future. I just can simply replace that 512GB SSD with a larger one, like 1TB or 2TB, and with even faster SSD. And on top of that, thanks to the 25GB USB hub, I now have something close to a full desk setup. I can connect a monitor, multitask more easily, use my mouse and keyboard that has only USB-A connection. And after connecting everything, I can place my Mac on the side and just gonna use the screen as a secondary screen. But suddenly, if I need to work somewhere else, I just unplug the USB hub and go. That's it. Addition on that, I can take my power bank for extended battery life up to 3 days in a row. Then I put everything into one protective sleeve and everything is fine. Isn't that kinda awesome? But of course, I can't upgrade everything. For example, things like RAM, CPU, GPU, panel type, battery, and maybe audio system cannot be upgraded unless I use better headphones or speakers. But I wouldn't consider that hardware upgrade, so I didn't even include that. Oh, I forgot, also cooling system as well. But the fact is, on MacBook M4 or even older versions, many things are already good. You can work and do your stuff without a problem. I mean, I can personally run any Adobe program, Premiere Pro, and do light editing. I can even use After Effects for basic animation, text, and shapes. Of course, I won't be a professional editor like on my PC, but for beginners, it's good enough. For programming or IT specialists who do light stuff, it works as well, except for running multiple virtual machines. For that, you need more RAM. And for people who study, answers for emails, do basic browsing, it works perfectly fine, even better. And I wouldn't actually mention the display, it is good. Of course, the contrast is not like the OLED, but let me be honest, OLED monitors not for working at all. But MacBook is. So display is designed for working. An audio system and microphones are also good for online meetings if you want. So no matter what, a MacBook is a complete system. You can really upgrade it internally, but what you can do is add useful accessories that change the overall experience, as I did right now. And at the end of the day, if you unplug everything, it just turns back into your tiny MacBook Air that you can use easily as usual. That's why I said I love my MacBook. Of course, for that price, you can always consider alternatives like a gaming laptop or a PC, but whatever you choose, it all comes down to your preference. In my case, I use both Mac and PC. So at least thanks God I have a choice. All the linked products used in this video are in the description. If you liked the video, thanks for watching and take care.